What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in. It is the Thursday edition of the Juice Box Heroes podcast. I'm one of your hosts, PK. We got the Dubon Fan Club president, Mr. Chris Moreno, and Sweet B Bones, Mr. Bryles. Fellas, how y'all?
Oh, man, doing well. It's good to be back after my epic trip to Pearland, checking on my brother. He's not doing much better because they just got swept by the Brewers as well. So
yes, they did.
It's been a rough 5 or 6 days to be a Dodgers fan, and
he's been very quiet in our football chat.
He has been. All he said in the text was, "It's been a rough weekend." So
he's working nights.
Yeah, I'm working nights. Let's just say it's been a rough weekend.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, I'm ready to get into this. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's rough to be a Dodgers fan, but hey, I'm not gonna talk too much trash on that after what just happened the last 3 days. So we'll go from there. If you guys didn't notice, I am sans the digital background today. Thank you, Chrome, for updating. We got that all figured out though. So me and PK now are gonna have hopefully no more technical difficulties. But that was about it, man. PK, what you got?
Man, nothing much. Same stuff, different day. Switched over to NHL hockey a little bit earlier last night on the Xbox, due to how the game was going. But we'll get into that here in a minute. But before we get into that, I just want to say a big thanks to all the viewers. We had an episode that hit 1,000 views on Facebook. Man, I just want to say thank you from Chris, Bryles. When we started this thing last baseball season, Chris was in the bathroom doing his. I was sitting in the cab of a truck, and the main goal was just to have someone other than our immediate family listening. So to get 1,000 people to watch an episode, I just want to say thank you, and I hope that y'all enjoy it more and get to watch some more. But just in case you didn't watch it, I want to give you a sneak peek of what it looked like.
Oh boy,
you missed all of this beautiful in and out stuff just like that. So if you wanted to watch that for the first 5 minutes of an episode, go watch that episode again and give us 1,001, 1,002 views. But really,
I like it.
But really, thank y'all so much. Like, for real.
You got me. You got me. I'm like, oh crap, here we go. Stuff's going in and out.
And I wanted to tell you because I didn't want you to have that, but I wanted to have a genuine reaction. But for real, thank y'all again. Hope we continue to get more views. But let's get into this series that we had. Cleveland was in town. Cleveland came into town not able to score runs. They came into town. I forget what the actual record was, but they
10-game losing streak.
10 game, yes. Couldn't score runs. 10-game losing streak. You come into town. We come off the sweep of the Dodgers. We're all riding high, and then boom. They break the brooms out. They break the brooms out, sweep us, So let's start with Monday. Chris, what was your overall thoughts for the series? You get into Monday because we have a lot to talk about with the series, man.
Oh, man. To be fair and to be honest, you kind of have to be on both sides of the fence of this. Because one, you have to be like, what the hell was that? The offense was hot garbage. I've got the numbers for the dreaded runners in scoring position. And like I said, we'll break that down even more. But on the other side, my God, did this lineup replicate it? It looked very 2013, 2014-esque, where you had about 3 guys who deserved to be on a major league roster, and you had everybody else. So a lot of it was, you kind of, you had no Christian Walker, and then you have the plethora of people that are hurt, so it's like you kind of got your hopes up because, you're riding high. You just came off of a sweep of the Dodgers with essentially, almost damn near close to that same type of lineup. But it really wasn't because you were down Jake Meyers. Now you're down Christian Walker. It was just it was tough to watch. Every single game you needed your starter to basically be Superman. It's the best way for me to put it. Hunter Brown struggled. You saw it. And again, every pitcher is going to have a bad game. It's going to happen. I don't think there's ever been anybody in the history of baseball to go a complete season just dominating. Even the greats have had crappy games. But it just compounded on the issue that we had with the lack of offense with this essentially quadruple A lineup that we put out there. So it was tough to watch. It was tough to see Hunter Brown. But man, I can't even talk. What I did like that I saw from Hunter Brown was the fact that he got knocked around. Then he settled down the last 3 innings. He did kind of save the bullpen. But, I mean, there's just so many issues that I have with the way this series and how it was managed. And, it was just a lot to kind of unpack it. So I don't want to take away from what everyone else has to say. I guess we'll take it game by game. But, yeah, man, it was abysmal offensively. I mean, I know they put up a lot of runs, I think, that first game. But, yeah, man, I don't know. What did you guys see?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and just start off with the elephant in the room. I picked the sweep, and I just picked the wrong team. Oh, man.
You ran that in reverse.
Yeah, I was riding high coming off that Dodger sweep, and it was like, oh, man, they're going to come in here. It was like Cleveland's 10-game losing
We're
streak.
winning out, baby. We're winning out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. However, I will say I did give a warning at the end of it. I didn't even listen to myself. And I said, hey, Bibby is going to pitch a good game. And I said, you got to watch out for that guy because he's still a good pitcher. The other 2 guys, I wasn't really worried about, but Bibby I was worried about. And I should have listened to my own advice because on Friday we got knocked around and Bibby did take that lineup, just like what Chris was saying, like to the woodshed. It was not pretty. Let's just put it that way. Colton Gordon didn't look good either. He just did not have it for Friday night. I say Friday night. I'm sorry. For Monday night, it did not look good though. It was, this whole series was a little bit of a disappointment. One of the things that PK and I did talk about was how we had all these guys that have been brought up from AAA. Were making spot starts. Were like doing everything they could. They were high on like being on the major league club, going out and outperforming, probably performing over their heads. And then they got back home and I think they like kind of settled in and then reality kind of hit, which sucks. But hey, when you see professional pitching, what are you going to do? So Friday, anyway, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, well, for Colton Gordon, reality is not the only thing that hit. It was a line drive that hit him in the head.
Line drive also.
Yeah, and I didn't even get to that part. So yeah, it was pretty bad. It's like we had some of those guys that had popped up from AAA that were performing in the Dodger series, like they came here, started on Monday, and it didn't look good. They came out a little bit cold, and just like Chris said and PK said, yeah, he got beamed in the head. So it was we had a lot of problems on Monday. Ended up losing that game, and we didn't perform, and Bibby did. That's pretty much what it was. Oh, and let's not forget Jose Ramirez, because from what I understand, that guy's pretty good at baseball.
Here's the thing with Bibby. He went 4 2/3, 4 hits, 4 earned, 3 Ks, gave up 2 home runs. I mean, early on in the game was dealing. I mean, but I think we talk about it all the damn time, man. Like when we face like for the most part, for real competent, not even sometimes competent starting pitching, the Astros struggle for the first 3 to 4, maybe 5 innings of not being able to touch this guy. The bullpen takes over and we start putting shit together. So, I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from Cleveland or Bibby, right? Yeah, Bibby, however y'all say it.
I think they're saying Bibby because I was
Bibby. Okay,
yeah.
But he didn't overly dominate. The thing was you had in your lineup 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of your 9 guys deserve to be in the major leagues in a uniform on a roster on the field of play in the batter's box. Your bottom 4 were Hummel, Trammell, Short, and Corona. Now, on Monday night, Trammell was your freaking offense. He had 3 RBIs. That was your offense. Okay? So we haven't seen much from Trammell as far as production. Cooper Hummel, he could go 3 for 3 with a couple RBIs, or he could go 0 for 4, 4 Ks.
with
Most
4
of the time,
strikeouts. Yeah.
right. Most of the time, he's a strikeout king. Zach Short, we've had one good game of Zach Short, and that would have been on Saturday in LA when me and Chris were about to talk shit about him, and he hit a double down the line and tied the game, and whatever. Right, had a really great at bat later in the game to get us the lead. I mean, like, that kid had a great game that Saturday, but since then it hasn't been anything, that's been worth, expecting him to be like that every at bat. And then Corona, you called him up that day or the day before, he gets his first, taste. What I don't want to see anymore, though, is I don't want to see Caleb Ort run out of the bullpen. That's what I would like to not see anymore. Rest of the season.
Yeah. No, I agree. So the numbers that I wrote down, and I don't think we need to break this down game by game. I mean, because it was pretty much one big pile of shit the entire series as far as offensively. Zach Short, and I understand, because I had this debate with David this morning. Yes, he had a great game. He went 0 for 11 in this entire series against Cleveland.
Yep.
So he came down to earth real
looked
quick.
bad, dude.
But like,
Real bad.
he had
And-
strikeouts looking late in the game where he had plate appearances where he didn't even swing the bat late in the game.
Yeah. Also, I mean, so you batted 3 for 30 with runners in scoring position this entire series. 3 for 30. That's a 100 batting average.
Not going to win you games.
No, and honestly, like I said, with what was that? Tuesday's game. Colton Gordon should have came out of that game the second he got hit by that. I understand these guys are athletes. These guys have that male machismo running through their body, but the guy just took a line drive back to the dome. I mean, so
Yeah.
And then you saw when he went back out there to pitch, that's where it kind of fell apart. So I understand hindsight's 2020. I guess you Monday morning quarterback in it, but that man did not deserve to stay in that game. And you had all the time in the world to warm somebody up. So you didn't do it. I mean, so I don't, again, that's another thing. Was it Monday night that I swear sometimes a spotter just cannot help himself? You've seen what Hader's done when he's coming in and closing, and that's it.
Oh,
Why
that
was
was
Hader
Tuesday.
in that
That was
game?
Tuesday.
Was that Tuesday's game? Okay.
that was Tuesday.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Why was Hader in that game? There was absolutely zero reason. And again, if you need somebody to, I guess, hold it down, right? You have two guys that are sitting on your roster, not doing a damn thing. One, and you just sent one of them down today. The other one is Cesar Salazar. Those guys, I haven't even seen Cesar Salazar pick up a bat in like a month, and he's been on this team for like 2 months. So I get it. He's your emergency guy. But I'm at the point right now, like Yainer Diaz looks like hammered ass when he is at the plate. Like I said, I talked to David, and David was saying that he noticed that when he's swinging, he's like he's opening his body up and pulling towards down the third base side. So all you got to do is throw it to that outer third of the plate, and you're gonna miss that ball by 3-4 inches.
Feet.
So maybe even feet. So there was an at bat where I actually saw it. He opened up, tried to kill the ball, but completely missed it because he's, the bat's here. Well, let me get the picture. Bat's here. The ball's like over here. So he's way off. And then he just gets jelly legged by a slider down the middle. And I was like, I'm done. You have put Caratini at first, put Cesar Salazar behind the plate, or vice versa. I'm at the point Yainer needs to sit. And because apparently whatever you're telling him to do, he's not doing. And I'm tired of seeing him go up there and just look like a fool up there. I'm done with Yainer Diaz right now. He is no longer invited to the keg party, in my opinion. Again, so going into last night's game, warm up jogs. Jake Meyers. I'm just sitting here.
God.
I'm talking to
All of
Benjamin.
his work.
Benjamin. I look down and Benjamin's like, "Dad, what's wrong with Jake Myers?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then I see the
Sniper
trainers
got
come
him.
out. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, so they're showing Kennedy Corona stretching in the dugout. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
and then they go with let's put Dubon in
Short.
center and Zach Short at shortstop.
Who now has
again,
to bat second? Who now has to bat second?
who now has to
because
bat second.
The line
So
of
now
card
you
was
have
turned in.
Zach Short on not the worst damn MLB team is Zach Short batting second in your lineup, right? Kennedy Corona, from what I saw, I'm not saying he's going to be the next Mickey Mantle or he's going to be the next Ken Griffey Jr., but he didn't look overwhelmed in his at-bats. His first at-bat, he was down 0-2 and worked a walk. I'll take that all day.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this? I mean, like, I understand he's not going to be up here. Well, now he might be up here for a while because I don't know what's going on. I mean, Jake Meyers had to get carted off. That's the extent of this, whatever injury it was, But again, you have these young guys. See what you have in them. What is it going to hurt, right? I mean, Taylor Chamel went 0 for 4 last night, I think. Now, granted, he had the RBI double, then he had the 3-run bomb. I get it. Whatever. I mean, but at this point,
he's not good, dude. He's not good.
Put Dubon and God, this is where we're at. I'm actually advocating for them to play Dubon more. Put Dubon.
I'm so glad we can. I'm so glad we can archive these.
Put Dubon at short. Put Corona in center field, and let Corona play. Maybe he goes on a run for about 3 weeks, but that 3 weeks is that's the Band-Aid that you need until everyone starts coming back. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get this. Call this guy up, give him 2 at-bats, he pinch runs, and then he does nothing. That's all he does. I don't understand it. It frustrates the shit out of me, and it's just like, I mean, I feel bad for Shea Whitcomb. He's got 19 at-bats, and he's been on the roster for like up and down like 2.5 months. 19 at-bats. I mean, how is this guy going to get any type of like routine or any type of like, I get routine is the word I guess I'm looking for, is when you get 1 at-bat every 6 games. And then you're going to get pissed off because he's hitting 050 something. Well, yeah, because there's no consistency in his at-bats. I don't know. I don't get it. That's my rant. I'm going to hand it over before I start having to put a parental advisory
sensor over your mouth the whole time.
And another thing, let me tell you something. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I am going to give you a counterpoint though on the whole Yonder Diaz thing. I he looked really bad against this whole Cleveland series, or in this entire Cleveland series. But at the same time, he was a spark plug in Los Angeles, man. He looked really good. Well, I can't call him spark plug. Altuve was a spark plug.
You know who else looked really good? Zach Short.
Everybody. I know.
There you go.
The entire team looked good. Fair enough. But at the same time, I don't think Diaz has been playing that bad as of late. Don't get me wrong. It was one of the slowest starts that I don't think any of us expected out of him. I mean, because he was an all-star catcher, if not the best offensive catcher in the league last year. So we expected him to repeat that this year, and he definitely has it. Now, is he above league average? Yeah, of course he is. But, I mean, he's not the Yannier that we've expected or seen in the past. So I can understand the frustration. And yes, he is swinging freely. I understand that. Chris, go ahead.
I was going to say, well, to counter your counter, I need him to be an offensive catcher because defensively he does dick as far as throwing runners out. So,
well, now we're not even throwing. We're just letting dudes steal the base. So that the next pitch they can hit a single and score them.
That's some Maldonado theory right there is what you got. It's unbelievable. It's not good. Which I don't know what Caratini's pop time is. And don't get me wrong, I understand he can play DH and he can play first base. But if we can't, he's got to be able to throw better than Yannier. So, I would prefer him to be behind the plate. But
Yanner's throwing out 6% or 13% of runners. That's why they're not throwing.
And I'm pretty sure that 13% is the 3 people on here right now on this podcast. They run about as fast as we do.
I think I've got 2 stolen bases on Yonder Diaz.
I've got one knee surgery, man. I guarantee you I don't have one on him.
I'm not trying to rag on the guy. What I'm trying to say is that, like, if they're telling him to do something as far as change his approach, it looks like he's going rogue. It's kind of like, no, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And again, right now, he's one of those 5 guys that you mentioned, 4 or 5 guys that you have to count on right now because
Oh,
of
you
all
have
the
to.
injuries. And so I need him to listen to whatever the hitting coaches. I mean, I think I read an article that Dana Brown just sat down with him and talked to him about his plate approach. So apparently, there's a handful of people, not just my dumbass, that are noticing, hey, your plate approach is 50 shades of jacked up. And again, like I said, we're counting on this to him, not just Altuve, not just Cam Smith. I mean, but he's another, pillar in this offense right now that we're counting on for him to help carry this offense until all the big guys come back.
Well, he's
And
not
I
a
can't
pillar
have
right
him
now,
like,
but
well, he has to be. He has to.
that's what I was just about to say. But he's not one right now, but he has to be, and that's the whole thing that was poor timing with Christian Walker going on the paternity list. Listen, it's not. I don't think anybody planned for him to go on a hot streak and then all of a sudden, like, his wife's got to give birth. Sure, he planned that 9 months ago, but at the same time, it's like we've got to have him in the lineup because he's been actually hitting the baseball. He's had power. He's had selection all over the field too when he's been hitting, and his defense has looked really good. He's looking like the Christian Walker that we actually thought we signed, as opposed to what we got for the first 2.5 months of the season. So it's with him not being in there, with us playing with a triple A at best, bottom half of the lineup, and then with Meyers being out, I mean, this was a really tough 3-game series. And don't get me wrong, these guys hung in there as best as they possibly could, but man, it looked bad. And to what both of you guys have said, the managing of the pitching staff looked absolutely atrocious, excuse me. And I really hope that we're going to go into this Rangers series doing something a little bit better than that. And I'm hoping we're going to get some good news coming up. What do you think, DK?
Yeah, look, I think I talked to Chris about this, and I think I might have posted it on X. Through the Dodgers series, we had won or had not lost 13 series in a row, right? We were 11-0-2 after the Dodger series. So obviously we weren't going to win every series from here to the postseason. We knew that. I don't think any of us anticipated coming off that big Dodgers sweep that we would get swept by the lowly Guardians. But then you have to look at what we're running out there. And I know we've talked about it, right? There's guys up that shouldn't be up. There's guys up because they're injured. Pena's down. Jordan's been down the whole season. Meyers is now. We don't know. He wouldn't even answer the question if it hurt more last night than it did originally when he got hurt. He did not answer that question, right? Or he actually his words were he said, "Do I have to answer that question?" and then ended his interview. That means
yes.
So,
that means yes.
That means yes. That shit hurt. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Right. So the point of it is look, we're going to rant and we're going to be pissed off because we didn't expect to lose or lose a series, let alone get swept. We've got guys up here that don't belong up here, but they have to be up here. And to y'all's point, that now they need to step up. Right. So we move on past Cleveland. We got Bryce Matthews got called up an hour and a half ago. Right?
There's some
big
good
news. Big news there. I posted the on X about our podcast and coming on, and then as soon as I posted it, I saw the post about Matthews coming up. So super pumped for that. Christian Walker's off the paternity list. He'll be back tomorrow. Your little brother's in town all weekend. Great pitching matchups. Look, if you don't get up for the Rangers, it's in-state rival. You own these guys. They think they're so much better. Fluke championship in 23. Right. So I want to know what you guys are looking forward to for the weekend series. What are your thoughts about Bryce Matthews being up? What do you think the roster, the positions are going to look like now? So Chris, Bryles, I don't care. Whoever wants to go.
Chris, go ahead.
All right. So one, I'm pretty excited at the fact that they're calling up Bryce Matthews. I was kind of hoping this was like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. But I mean, the kid's been killing the ball at Sugarland. I mean, he's hitting over 280. I think he's got like 5 home runs, 10 or 5 triples, 10 home runs. Dude's got 25 stolen bases. I mean, so the kid's defense has stepped up. I know we've seen him a couple times down there in Sugarland, or should I say over there. So that. I mean, I would assume he's coming up to play second base or shortstop. So that's probably going to pivot Altuve probably back to the outfield, or it's going to put Dubon in the outfield for good, which he probably you've got to find room in this lineup for Dubon. You have to at this point.
Sir, can you say that again?
You have to find room in this lineup to put Dubon somewhere. Okay,
that's what I thought you said.
Okay, only because everybody's hurt. But you have to. You can't be. I mean, I think Zach Short's done. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this kid. I mean, he's from Houston. Went to school at where you go? I think he went to Nebraska, right? Nebraska or Tennessee, one of the two.
Sure.
So I mean, I would hope that he's coming up to play every single day. I don't want to see him get the Shea Whitcomb treatment, which he shouldn't, because this kid's a top 100 prospect. So he should have whatever position, and it's his until hopefully he's up here the rest of the season.
Till somebody comes back, till Pena comes back, and
no, you don't want that. You want him to come up and contribute, and he's up here for good. That's what you want.
Yeah.
But like I said, if he does come up and he holds his own and he locks down, let's say second base, that kind of puts a little bit of a twist in your plans as far as what you're going to do for the trade deadline. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I'm excited. The Rangers series, again, it's another one of those series that you get up for. There's 3 teams I think I really get up for: the Rangers, Dodgers, and the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
Pitching matchups, you're going to get, just a tip on Friday. You're going to get knee deep on as far as the pitching matchups on Saturday, and then you're going all the way in on Sunday. So
all the way on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll bring up the matchups once we get into our predictions. But Browse, man, what are you looking for?
So here's what I'm looking forward to. And PK and I talked about this on Sunday. I want to see Altuve at second base. His defense has been stellar at second base. Do not put him in left field again. Go throw Dubon out there, or put him in center field because Jake's hurt. Whatever you got to do, but leave Altuve at second. And I'm very excited to see Matthews at shortstop. That's what I want to see. So pull Zach Short out, put Matthews at short, and I want to see that double play combo of Matthews and Altuve. Let those guys cook and just go from there. And yes, when we're talking about the Rangers series, I love it all the time. And guys, we kind of ran through, some of our guys that have come up from AAA and have contributed and done fantastic from a starting pitcher standpoint. But at the same time, I am looking forward to the series. The Silver Boot, you cannot get excited enough about it, especially when you got Pearl Necklace over there in Dallas talking about how good the Texas Rangers are and how they're going to win the entire West and blah, 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 blah. The West goes through us. Okay, South Oklahoma, good luck on that. And I'll let PK take it over from here.
They're 9 games behind the Astros right now.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Look, Altuve's numbers are better when he's playing second base. That's it's just a fact, right? The splits are better when he's at second. Braz, we talked about it on Sunday. You brought it up again tonight. His defense has been fantastic at second base here recently, for sure, right? You can go back to Friday night in LA where he, feels the ball behind second and he dives to the bag to get the force out. I mean, among other plays, right? So I like the Altuve at second base, Bryce Matthews at short, Dubon in center field. Dubon's got a good enough arm to be out there and, keep some runners at bay. And then left field, you can just do whoever the hell you want, right? Hummel, Trammell,
pick a AAA player,
Corona, anybody, right? So yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend. And we should have brought this up earlier, but I have a rundown as of yesterday, all the injury reports and where the players at. where the players are at and how we're looking, right? So Spencer Arrighetti, he's in Florida, scheduled to throw live BP yesterday on the 8th, threw a 30-pitch side on last Friday. JP France in Florida going through a planned deload. Next live BP is scheduled for yesterday. Luis Garcia this past Monday began a rehab assignment in Florida Coastal League, 2 innings, 27 pitches. Javier threw live BP on Monday the 7th, 2 innings, 35 pitches. Jordan continues to work out, has not begun to hit yet. White Boy Chaz began a rehab assignment in AAA Sugarland last Friday. DeZenzo continues with his running and throwing, has not progressed to hitting yet. That's with the left hand capsule strain. Don't know what that is, but I guess it hurts. Sounds like it hurts.
It's a issue.
Brennan Rodgers left oblique, expected to transition to Florida this week to continue hitting, running, throwing progression. Jacob Milton, right ankle sprain, expected to transition to Florida this week to continue hitting, running, and throwing. Dubin, first day throwing was Saturday the 5th, threw from 60 feet, expected to transition to Florida this week to continue progression. Pena, left rib fracture, working out, no baseball activity. Not good.
That's not good. That's not
good. Guillermo, hamstring, going through hitting, running, throwing. And then Pedro Leon, Chris's favorite, left knee sprain, continuing with his hitting and throwing progression. So
that's good. That's 2 out of 3.
Some good news. Some good news. Some this is prior to Jake Meyers, last night at the game. So we'll see. Jake Meyers he hasn't been put on the injury list yet. So we'll see. Given his response to the post-game question about how much did it hurt this time or the initial injury and his response to that, I feel like there's probably a stint coming. I really do. So
definitely coming.
We'll see him sometime next year, probably. Right. So
yeah.
But yeah. So I
was gonna say
a few more minutes.
Real quick before we get into the picks, I just want to say we didn't talk about how great Brandon Walter pitched last night. That's it. That's all I got.
Oh yeah. I have his stats.
Yeah, he kind of got roughed up in the first. After that, calmed down.
6 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned, 7 Ks. Gave up back-to-back home runs in the first inning, and then that was it. And I think I posted on X last night. We talked about it in our group chat. That dude deserved better than what he got. He got the loss. I think he took the loss.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he took the loss. And it was going to be bad for him anyway because he didn't deserve a no decision. But he sure as hell didn't deserve the loss. I mean, he pitched fantastic. Your offense just let you down the whole series. But thankfully, it's in the rear view. We got Silver Boot this weekend, and then we got the All-Star break, 4 days off for the guys that didn't make the squad. But let's get into predictions before we get out of here. Bryles, what are you going with in the Silver Boot?
All right, hold on. So let us catch this up. We were all big losers. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Big losers. PK is still the only one of us that's barely holding up, being above 500. The rest of us suck at life.
Yeah, I'm a homer apparently.
And here,
homer alert.
And here you go. Here's the pitching matchups. Take it away, bros.
Ooh, all right. So Friday we got LMJ 2-3 with 5.82 ERA. He's coming off a little bit of a rough start, but that's all right. He was doing good in LA against Jack Leiter, 4-6, 4.32 ERA. Saturday, Fromber 10-4 with a 2.9 ERA against Jacob deGrom. Got another good matchup, 9-2, 2.29 ERA. And then Sunday, the man not starting the All-Star game because he's pitching on Sunday. Hunter Brown, 9-3, 2.21 ERA. Kind of blew that ERA up a little bit, but hey, he's still Hunter Brown. Against Nathan Eovaldi, 6-3, 1.62 ERA. And guys, we have got a tremendous pitching lineup for the Silver Boot.
I like it.
I mean, this is
It'll be a good one, dude.
So again, the Rangers, I mean, I know they had a little offensive outburst a couple nights ago against the Angels, but they've been struggling to score runs too. So I'm hoping that with the addition of Bryce Matthews and Christian Walker, That'll put us over the top. So my prediction is I'm gonna go 2-1 Astros.
I'm going to go 2-1 Astros as well. But don't get me wrong. This easily, with all these pitching matchups, could go 3-0. It could go 0-3. It could go 1-2. It could go 2-1. But to harp on what Chris was saying, it's the Rangers tremendously struggle at scoring runs. So I will tell you one thing. I don't know what the over-unders are going to be on these games. I'm going to assume 7.5 like I always do. Under. Every single game. I don't see one of these games where it's going to get over probably even 5, maybe 6 runs. Now, go ahead and mark that. We'll talk about it again on Sunday, but that's what I'm looking at right now. So anyway, officially, I'm going to go 2-1 Astros as well.
Yeah. I like all the probabilities that you threw out there. That was a great combination of numbers, Riles. All this could happen. You're right.
It was all of them.
Yeah. It was anything that could happen.
Yeah. No, but you're right though. I know it sounds
that was the best coach speak I could possibly do. We could go 0-3. We could go 3-0.
Yeah,
we call that Browse metrics. That's what that is.
But
you could hit or you could get out. We'll see what happens.
We never know. I'm still taking 2-1. I agree. I mean, I think maybe the McCullers game tomorrow night. Maybe that might be the one. I mean, I hope not. I hope he comes out and does what he did last Friday against LA in LA. You know what I mean? But I'm officially taking 2-1. I think Hunter Brown is going to be furious when he comes back to the mound on Sunday, given his last outing.
Fired up.
And I think he's gonna be cleaner. Right? And Frommer's been doing Frommer shit. I mean, we went over that on Sunday. What he has done in his last 10 starts. He's been doing Frommer shit. And the fact that he's not on the roster for the All-Star game is mind-blowing, even as a replacement. I get it. He's not going to pitch, but you still get the invite. You should.
Yeah. I mean, and LMJ's going to get pumped up too, man. I mean, he's, the last time, I mean, like I said, he was the one that put out that tweet about back in 2017 with Harvey, the Rangers wouldn't let us use their stadium.
Yep.
We had to go to they're a clown organization. I mean, so this could be. I mean, we got 3 pitchers here that, McCullers needed that bounce back start, but he's going to be super amped up because it's the Rangers. I mean, Frommer's just been fantastic all season, and then like you said, I'm pretty sure Hunter Brown's going to be pretty ticked off about the way his last start went. I mean, this could very easily be
a sweep, man,
as well. The Astros could win or they could lose. I mean, who knows?
Someone's going to win.
2-1. It could
Someone
go
could win, and somebody could lose. Who knows? I'll tell you one thing: that the teams that score the most runs are going to win.
That
I was going to drop
bold predictions from the Juice Box Heroes guys.
That's right. But so officially, we've all gone 2-1 for the series. I think it's really easy. For us to take that. I really believe it. I think we should at least take 2 from these guys, get back on track, go into the break, win another series. We need the break. I kind of look at it as like a bye week in the NFL season. Like the All-Star break can't get here fast enough, right? We need these guys to have some days off and then get ready for the trade deadline, which we will start talking about on Sunday when we come back and do the weekend wrap-up. But, guys, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank y'all again for making that episode 1,000 views on Facebook, man. It's such a cool thing to see.
Yes, thank you.
Don't forget to tune in on Saturday. We're going to be on Twitter, throughout the games this weekend. So if you got anything, just respond to us, comment. We like to interact with y'all. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. I'm PK. That's Chris. That's Browse. And this is the Juice Box Heroes.
Don't forget, guys. Still get your donations.
Nobody breaks down series like we do.
Look, we should be